Peace and blessings, family. It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Boxing community. This particular video is the recap of the NFC and AFC championship game, in addition to what happened to the Pro Bowl. Also, some NFL news, talking about my favorite team, the New Orleans Saints, and lastly, my Super Bowl prediction. So, first and foremost, to recap the NFC Championship game first. Going into the game, I predicted the Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC Championship. The reason why I was leaning towards the Eagles is basically because I feel that Jalen Hurts is a franchise caliber quarterback at this stage in his career, whereas Brock Purdy, a late round draft pick and a rookie, I didn't think it was feasible for him to lead the 49ers to the Super Bowl. A little to my surprise, I didn't think he would get hurt that early at all in the NFC Championship game. I really think that was the difference in the Eagles just manhandling the 49ers in a championship game. So the Eagles handily and easily beat the 49ers. The Eagles got a win in the NFC Championship game, 31-7. I mean, it wasn't a game at all. Now switching to the other side, in terms of the Chiefs and the Bengals, that was an excellent game. I was on the edge of my seat. I thought the game would, at some point, either the Bengals or the Chiefs would take over the game. Again, this particular instance, I picked the Chiefs to win. And it was a back and forth game. The Chiefs won and they pull out a close game. But this is the issue I have. I really didn't like the fact that some of the Bengals teammates threw Joseph Ossai under the bus. And it's like he was a pivotal part of them getting to where they got to in terms of getting to the AFC Championship game. Even though the Chiefs won, and his personal foul penalty was what allowed the Chiefs to get in position to kick the game-winning field goal. As a coach, I always hated when a game came down to one particular play, and then teammates would point at that one particular player. Hey, that's the reason why we lost the game. To me, I think that's a ridiculous train of thought, a ridiculous mindset, because there were several things that happened before they even got to that point. So you just can't put the blame on one player, whether it's a kicker, whether it's a quarterback, whether it's, in this particular instance, a linebacker getting a rough in the pass or a personal foul penalty or whatever the case may be. So you just can't put all the blame on one particular player for losing the game. So, I thought that was Bush League for, him to be thrown under the bus. But it was an excellent game. The Chiefs pulled out a close one. In terms of moving forward, this past weekend was the Pro Bowl. And I'm used to the Pro Bowl being an exhibition game. Not really anything competitive. Players really not going all out. And I go to my sister's house, and my brother-in-law is watching it. And it's doggone flag football. And I'm like, okay, I know you don't want players to get hurt. I know, there's a lot going on in terms of, players don't want to play in the Pro Bowl. I know the interest over the years have been waning. They've done multiple and several things to garner interest. But for you to turn this into a flag football game and glorify 7-on-7, it's ridiculous to me. So, watching that, I just thought it was just ridiculous. I couldn't watch it. Now, the skills challenge, different skills challenges like playing tic-tac-toe, whatever the case may be. All right, cool. That's some things that the NBA would do on All-Star Weekend. But to replace the actual Pro Bowl with, flag football and glorified 7-on-7 is ridiculous to me. To me, if this is what they're going to do, they just might as well have a Pro Bowl roster and just not even play. if this is what's gonna happen. I mean, to me, this was not entertaining at all. I didn't even watch it. We watched BMF prior to that, and then after the fact, after a certain point, I just left the room. I went in another room because that was ridiculous. Now next, my favorite team, the New Orleans Saints, they have been granted permission to speak with Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the Las Vegas Raiders starting quarterback. He's due a lot of money. I don't think the Raiders are going to be able to trade him because he has a lot of money on his contract left. The Saints are interested in Derek Carr. As a Saints fan, I hope they don't pull the trigger on making a trade for him because, to me, I feel like Derek Carr, even though he's a decent player, he's not the end-all, be-all. He's not a franchise quarterback. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not a Tom Brady. He's not a Drew Brees. He's not that guy, to be truthful. And I think the main thing the Saints need to get done is they need to get a journeyman-type quarterback. Rumor is it that they're bringing Andy Dalton back. I wasn't moved by Dalton at no point during the course of the season. I think he's like a backup kind of guy or a game manager on a team with an extremely dominant running game and an extremely dominant defense, but he's not that guy. I mean, if you could get by paying him maybe $3 million a year, cool, but if they're gonna pay him $10 million a year, what has been reported, I'm not for that. So whether they bring him back or they get someone else, just to kind of steer the ship for this year while they bring in a young quarterback, I think they need to get, a future franchise type quarterback. Rumor has it that in terms of what they're gonna draft with the first round pick that they acquired from the Bengals, some people saying they're gonna get a defensive end to replace Marcus Davenport because more than likely he's probably gone in free agency because the Saints are way over the cap, like $54 million over the cap. Other reports are that they are interested in Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker to be the heir apparent. So maybe they bring back Andy Dalton and draft Hendon Hooker. We'll see. Now, in terms of, to conclude this particular video, my Super Bowl prediction, I think the Chiefs, the fact that Tyreek Hill is no longer in the Chiefs uniform and he's playing for the Miami Dolphins, I think, it's really going to hamper Patrick Mahomes in terms of the offense not being as explosive. I think the Eagles, I don't think they're going to put C.J. Gardner-Johnson on Travis Kelce in single coverage. I think they may double Travis Kelce. That's what I would do. I would double Travis Kelce and just make the rest of the receivers beat him. But even with that being said, I think Pat Mahomes is an excellent quarterback. So that's why I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. That's my Super Bowl prediction. So if you found any value in this video, like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Also click the notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I post any new videos. Hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening. Peace and blessings.